Oh, wonderful. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the platform. It's your brother Bolo VNR.
We need all hands on deck. The government alone cannot do it.
Hold on there. So you guys just tell me something not get no sound, man. Me they are big one up, man. The people them pan clips I get the sound, but we not get no sound. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know when the mute button was pressed, but salute to Fitz, Patricia, I see you. Sandra Watkins, thank you so much for being brave enough to type and tell me that there's no sound. That was very assertive of you. I had no idea that there was no sound. Honestly, I am here thinking you guys are hearing what I'm hearing. Now I have to play it over back, but that's no worries. It's all good. Please like and share the video, guys. Just double tap the screen like TikTok. Just double tap the screen. That's how you hit the like button. Thank you so very much. It is free. It don't cost you a thing, and it doesn't take a second. Maybe a millisecond, but not a second. All right. Let me know. And the speech almost finished. You know. No worries. I'm gonna listen to it over back again. No worries. I'm multitasking. All right, let's go. So in this one, I don't know how long it was muted for. Again, my apologies. In this one, I'm going to give my opinion and comparison. There's something I heard in both speeches that I want to highlight. Labor Day address from the Prime Minister of Jamaica presently, not for long, a few days from now, just some days from now, he'll be out of office. Yes, by the grace of God and the voters out there coming out and voting and putting their X beside the head, he'll be out of office. But anyway, there was an undertone in the speech, the message within the message, and I want to highlight that and share my thoughts. So let's listen to the message in full, and then I'm going to go over it, and then I'm going to go over Mark Golding one. All right, let's go. This is Andrew Holness.
A few days ago, in preparation for Labor Day, I collected my plants from the forestry department. This is one of them, the national flower of our lignum vitae. The lignum vitae symbolizes strength, endurance, and healing, and it is a protected species which we cherish as part of our natural and cultural heritage. Now, I will be planting this tree as part of my personal Labor Day project. This year, our theme, Protect the Environment, led by courageous workers and supported by visionary leaders like Sir Alexander Bustamante, marked the birth of the modern trade union movement and the dawn of our journey towards full independence. Today, we honor the spirit of those brave men and sacrifices laid the foundation for the rights we enjoy today. Their legacy is a powerful reminder that our progress as a nation is deeply rooted in the courage and resilience of our workers. We celebrate Labor Day this year against the backdrop of historic achievements in employment. Jamaica today boasts record low unemployment, reflecting the strength and resilience of our economy. Since 2016, we have implemented the largest increases in the minimum wage in our history, significantly improving the livelihoods of thousands of workers and their families. This progress has been made possible through sound economic management, the hard work of the Jamaican people, and the sacrifices of our labor force. While we have made significant strides, our work is far from over. Having achieved record low unemployment, our focus must now shift towards preparing our workforce for the challenges and opportunities of a rapidly changing world. This means upskilling and reskilling our workers, increasing productivity, and ensuring that Every Jamaican has the opportunity to share
Class
in the nation's
big up.
prosperity. We
Like
are
up the line,
committed
like up
to
the line.
creating an economy where growth is not just meant in GDP, but also in the quality of jobs, the fairness of wages,
Splash
and the
legitimacy up.
opportunities available to all. This year, we also turn our attention to the environment, a vital part of our heritage and our future. The work we do this Labor Day will be an investment in our future, prosperity, our health, and our national identity. We cannot ignore the signs around us. Climate change is real, and it is already affecting our lives through rising temperatures, coastal erosion, stronger hurricanes, and extended droughts. Many of our communities, especially those near rivers, gully banks, and hillsides, are increasingly vulnerable to environmental degradation. The loss of trees, the pollution of waterways, and the poor management of waste are challenges we must confront head on. But there is good news. Every Jamaican can make a difference. This Labor Day, I urge citizens, schools, churches, community groups, businesses, and public sector agencies to organize and participate in projects that restore, renew, and protect our environment. Whether it is cleaning up a beach, planting trees like I'm going to do, rehabilitating a park, creating compost systems, or beautifying a school garden. Your contribution matters. Each act, no matter how small, adds up to a large national movement towards environmental stewardship. As a government, we are leading by example. From building climate-resilient infrastructure, restoring watersheds, to enforcing stricter anti-pollution laws, we are committed to preserving our natural heritage. Our schools are being equipped with water harvesting systems. Our farmers are being trained in climate-smart techniques. And through our Hills to Ocean projects, we are restoring graded landscapes, protecting biodiversity, and strengthening our food system. These are tangible actions to secure your future. But we need all hands on deck. The government alone cannot do it. This is a national duty. As the theme reminds us, our land, our duty, our future. Let us use this Labor Day to reaffirm our identity as a people who care for each other and care for the land that sustains us. Move away from the habits that harm our environment, improper disposal of waste, the burning of plastics, the destruction of trees, and embrace practices that heal and preserve our surroundings. Let our message to the world be clear. Jamaica nice, and we are determined to protect our paradise. As we prepare for this Labor Day, I urge you to do so in the spirit of solidarity, unity, and love for country. Work safely, work together, and let your hands build the Jamaica we all want to see. Thank you, and may God continue to bless Jamaica, land we love.
Hey, yo, y'all going crazy in the chat already. Oh, man. All right, so that are the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister, the outgoing Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. See? The only thing that I agree with him, that is truth and genuine that he said there that we can think of right top of my head, is that when it comes out to the environment, it's going to take all of us. And that's like a duh, obviously. There's so many things he did there that it seemed to me like it was a campaign. You get me? Because he mentioned some statistics where I was like, why was that even? Where did poverty come from in an environment and Labor Day? I never understood that. Why did he mention that? And these are some things off at the top of my head. I go play it and really trigger the points them wholesomely. I see Lenford in the chat. Mr. Class Prefect. Patricia. No, sir. Hey, this man really know how to get under people's skin. That I want thing when we know him talented. This man really know how to get under the people's skin. First of all, sir, I one question more for ask and Jonas, you know. One key question. The secret NEPA deal. Chelsea, what's up? The secret NEPA deal, NEPA, National Environment and Protection Agency. NEPA was under your office, it's still under your office of the Prime Minister, if I'm not mistaken. While being in your office, Andrew Holness, NEPA struck a secret deal with a company that alleged to have violated the same environment that you are, how should I put it, committed to protect, right, as the government, and you're telling us that policy alone cannot do it. Then where was the policy when it was understood through the court system that this company allegedly, the spill, did some damage to the rear core? Where was this environment then? How in the world did NEPA under your office, still under your office, so you have to take responsibility? How did this go past your decks and was approved for them to be in a court case with a company that violated the environment, right? The same environment that you're saying that we should protect, right? And yet still a secret deal was done, Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, me really want you to come to the front of the class and tell us, the Jamaican people, give us a good explanation as to why we should believe anything that comes out of your mouth in this clip. Hold on, you send me a message. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. I can't. Let me know that it's you, Patricia, here. Let me know that it's you. I'm sorry. So many people send me messages. 1 second. Let me see. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. You just sent me. Easy, you know. Patricia has done it again, ladies and gentlemen. God have mercy. Me, it's a hot mess right now. Sorry. Thank you for the donation. Him shameless and bareface. Who that? Mary Bryan, big up yourself. All right. Make we go in. So, first thing that jumped out at me when he was talking about the environment, the first thing that jumped out at me was the NEPA deal. The secret deal that they didn't want to disclose with us until it busts out, and the internet are run with it and I talk about it. I was talking about the secret deal, and then we were like, wait a minute. So this was a violation of nature, whether it be an accident or not. So this company get a slap on the wrist. And let me show you how messed up that deal is. I might have to play the tape after I deal with these two videos. I have to revisit the NEPA deal to show you how egregious that was. Because what's her name? I don't remember what's your name? Donnet? No, not Donnet. Deon Jackson Miller. Deon Jackson Miller did an excellent piece on the NEPA deal to explain the secret deal in its full embodiment of what it meant and all of that. So I don't want to say what it is not and make any errors. I'm going to play revisit that. Let's go.
Natural and cultural heritage. Now, I will be planting this tree as part of my personal Labor Day project. This year, our theme, protect the environment, our land, our duty, our future, and our rallying call, Jamaica Nice, protect with paradise, of the importance of both our labor and the land we call home. Labor Day in Jamaica holds a special place in our history, a day born out of the struggle for workers' rights and the broader quest for social and economic justice. It traces its origins to the historic labor uprising of 1938, a pivotal moment when the voices of ordinary Jamaicans echoed with a fierce demand for dignity, fair wages, and better working conditions.
So ordinary Jamaicans now also that know Andrew. Ordinary Jamaicans is asking for those same things right now under your government. What have you done to improve those things? What have you done? You know the history, but what have you done to improve those things in your administration? Oh, you gave yourself 200 to 300% increase. Nadine, how you doing? That's what you gave yourself. Mighty God. Let's continue.
That uprising, led by courageous workers and supported by visionary leaders like Sir Alexander Bustamante, marked the birth of the modern trade union movement and the dawn of our journey towards full independence. Today, we honor the spirit of those brave men and women whose sacrifices laid the foundation for the rights we enjoy today. Their legacy is a powerful reminder that our progress as a nation is deeply rooted in the courage and resilience of our workers. We celebrate Labor Day this year against the backdrop of historic achievements in employment. Jamaica today boasts record low unemployment, reflecting the strength and resilience of our economy. Since
this is where
2016, we have
this is where the extras come in. He say nothing about the unemployment rate and giving us a history now about 2016 and all of this. He's campaigning for the election, ladies and gentlemen. The man is and you see when you hear Mark and the genuine call that he had, Mark Golding said nothing about elections, in his speech, or tried to, nothing, right? All Mark Golding said in his speech is that there's a greater call to protect the environment through NEPA. That is one of the issues we have. And it goes back to the secret deal. NEPA seems to be compromised, and under Andrew Holness leadership, that is happening. You get me? So it's erring on the level of hypocritical for Andrew Holness to come here now and make this grand speech on Labor Day. And he never addressed NEPA. He never said, there's some things that we need to deal with in terms of, I never heard that from him. He never mentioned the National Environmental Protection Agency deficiency and how, we have to really look at that. He never did that. You say him celebrating robbing the people of Jamaica, Mary Bryan. No, sir. Hear this. And I talk about increasing wages. You see why I go back to the labor thing?
Implemented the largest increases in the minimum wage in our history.
So they implemented the largest increase in history, while we had the largest inflation in history. Like, context does matter, Lord have mercy, I want to my phone now. Context does matter, My phone, this phone need to cool down. Mighty God, the phone is burning up. This phone is burning up. What going? Oh, this CW. Hey y'all, Andrew is alright. We got them that you, Dr. Rabba, taking away back from us. Boy, pack your damn bags and go. Let us be able to breathe. Where say CW, you can't breathe. Breathe. No, sir. CW says you can't breathe. Let's continue.
Significantly improving the livelihoods of thousands of workers and their families. This progress has been made possible through sound economic management, the hard work of the Jamaican people, and the sacrifices of our labor force. While we have made significant strides, our work is far from over. Having achieved record low unemployment, our focus must now shift towards preparing our workforce for for the challenges and opportunities of a rapidly changing world. This means upskilling and reskilling our workers, increasing productivity.
So all those things that Andrew mentioned right now, Wagwan GG, all those things he's mentioning, when they were carrying down the debt, he could not have trained the workforce. Why we couldn't be productive and disciplined at the same time? Why we have to take 9 years for bring down the debt to the lowest it has ever been? And now we take the next 9 years for grow the economy. And you see, this is what he's doing now, because he opened this can of worms, by going into the most wages, that the most highest wage increase. It's the highest wage increase, but the dollar is at its weakest it's ever been in the history of Jamaica. So you had to increase it, because people's realities would have been even more terrifying than it is right now. You understand? I keep saying it. Some people used to eat this on Sunday. The way how Jamaica is going, I tone down the eating there on Sunday and I change the meal to something cheaper. Right? Some people used to go and go on social, like go out and have a drink. Right? Them have to tone down that. Them can't go out and drink like how them used to. If they're responsible. The math is not mathing. The money is so tight. You understand? And it's getting worse and worse the closer the elections come. And I'm telling you, I personally am feeling it. So I know what I'm talking about. You understand? Personally feeling it. Money tight, man. Tight.
And ensuring that every Jamaican has the opportunity to share in the nation's prosperity. We are committed to creating.
So Andrew, you never made sure say everybody in the economy can share in the nation's prosperity. You know that Andrew is in this clip is admitting that is the people at the top is feeling this prosperity under the Jamaica Labour Party in the last 9 years. It's not we, the people down at the bottom and the middle, It's only the people at the top has felt this wonderful feeling of prosperity, which they already have. It's just been increased under Andrew Holness. Portia gave him the economy with potential for growth. You're absolutely right, Bridget. Portia gave him the economy in one great state, and he has failed to grow it. And he promised 5% growth a year because they were so confident in how they got the economy. They were boasting, yeah man, we can get 5% a year of growth. And they have achieved 1% of growth in the last 9 years when they add up everything and average it out. Not even 1% of growth. Yes, Patricia, I know man, I just say. I'm not complaining, I'm just stating the fact. He said the sight of Andrew Holness is suffocating. You know what? Let me take him off my screen. I've got us go dark. I go dark. I don't want to upset him. Because I realize from the other day, say, them can't even stand the man face, brother. I can't believe the people are so upset with this guy from platform. They don't even want to see him. That bad? Just relocate this. That is bad. That is really bad. No, sir.
Take an economy where growth is not just measured in GDP, but also in the quality of jobs, the fairness of wages, and the opportunities available to all. This year, we also turn our attention to the environment.
I said even like hear him. I'm just saying this year I'm turning attention to the environment. What on there?
A vital part of our heritage and our future. The work we do this
So Andrew, when I make a secret deal, they never know say environment vital to the future. They never know. You never know. You never tell them, Nepa, listen, we cannot do the secret deal. It doesn't benefit the people of Jamaica financially. or otherwise. So, you know, we have to scrap this one. Plus, it just don't look good. You never say anything? Andrew? Come on, man. Come on, Andrew. Better than that, Andrew. Better than that. We're back on Bolo VR clips now. Sorry about that. My phone overheat. So, apparently, when they use the green screen, it really does a lot to your battery. So, yeah.
Labor Day will be an investment in our future, prosperity, our health, and our national identity. We cannot ignore the signs around us. Climate change is real, and it is already affecting our lives through rising temperatures, coastal erosion, stronger hurricanes, and extended droughts. Many of our communities, especially those near rivers, gully banks, and hillsides, are increasingly vulnerable to environmental degradation.
So, Andrew, you know all of this, and yet still you never met the company that had the oil spill pay every single last dime to we the Jamaican people. Wanna go ahead and do a secret deal. Now, Real Cobra allegedly get polluted by this situation. So, Andrew, you never did know that. You just have figure out all of this. Let me play that again. Hold on there. This serious.
National identity. We cannot ignore the signs around us. Climate change is real, and it is already affecting our lives through rising temperatures,
right,
coastal erosion,
yes,
stronger hurricanes, and extended droughts. Many of our communities, especially those near rivers, gully banks,
and gully banks, what?
Banks and hillsides, are increasingly vulnerable to environmental degradation.
So, environmental degradation. Well, environmental pollution happening in this case. So not only are we being affected by the climate change, but Fitz, big up. But NEPA, in their infinite wisdom under your tutelage, did not protect us, did not protect the citizens of Jamaica from that company. You guys gave them a hug and squeezed their booty cheeks. You understand? And kissed them on the jaw with a secret deal. That's crazy. That's the only thing left for you to do is to bow down and give them fellatio in that deal. The people them can't even sue the company again. And you're here trying to convince us that you guys somehow is trying to protect the environment. Man, miss me with the foolishness, sir.
The loss of trees, the pollution of waterways, and the poor management of waste are challenges we must confront head on. But there is good news. Every Jamaican can make a difference. This Labor Day, I urge citizens, schools, churches,
every Jamaican can make a difference. You see, on election day, vote them out. Vote them out. They don't care about environment. They are disingenuous, and that is my opinion. Their actions speak louder than their words, ladies and gentlemen.
Community groups, businesses, and public sector agencies to organize and participate in projects that restore, renew, and protect our environment. Whether it is cleaning up a beach, planting trees like I'm going to do, rehabilitating a park, creating compost systems, or beautifying a school garden, your contribution matters. Each act, no matter how small, adds up to a large national movement towards environmental stewardship. As a government, we are leading by example. From building climate-resilient infrastructure.
Leading by example. Yo, stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. Shit, bro. What? Yo, whose mess is this? Leading by example? So you guys was leading by example with the NEPA secret deal. That was leading by example in protecting the environment. Man, you got to be kidding me, sir. And God knows what else you guys are doing that we don't know about where NEPA is concerned. I was looking at the paper today. They have the oil company that is examining the seed areas for oil. I think they got some type of agreement. Wait a minute, what is this? Oh man, that's a long. Oh Lord. Anyway, I think they got some type of agreement going with the company so that they can examine those areas because they applied for it. Some permit or something from NEPA, right? Yeah, he never said that they were. You know, you're right, class prefect.
Restoring watersheds to anything to our contribution matters. Each act, no matter how small, adds up to a large national movement towards environmental stewardship. As a government, we are leading by example, from building climate resilient infrastructure.
So he claims that they're building climate resilient infrastructure. Okay.
Restoring watersheds to enforcing.
Where are these watersheds?
Stricter anti-pollution laws.
Okay, so the anti-pollution law exactly goes into the NEPA deal. Where was the strict anti-pollution law? Why did you have a secret deal from NEPA and the company that had the alleged oil spill? And then they were trying to convince Jamaica that it was minimal damage. And up to now, people in the area is still talking about them being affected by that situation. Come on, man, stop it.
Infrastructure, restoring watersheds to enforcing stricter anti-pollution laws, we are committed to preserving our natural heritage. Our schools are being equipped with water harvesting systems.
Which school is being equipped with water harvesting system? How much of them? Out of all the schools in Jamaica. How much of these schools are being equipped with harvesting systems? You see, hey, him know how to put a speech on in a man. In good part that, you know, I don't know who write him speech them, but it sounds good. It sounds, but if we were to do some investigation, I am 99.9% sure that this is cap. I don't trust this guy at all.
Farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques.
Whoa, what?
Preserving our natural heritage. Our schools are being equipped with water harvesting systems. Our farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques.
So which farmer, you know, say have some farmer with up on TikTok, that I reach out to them. I want to know, any farmer will listen to me. Are you guys being trained in what?
Committed to preserving our natural heritage. Our schools are being equipped with water harvesting systems. Our farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques.
Our farmers. I wonder if I talk about his own business. Am I talk about Jamaican farmers?
With water harvesting systems. Our natural heritage. Our schools are being equipped with water harvesting systems. Our farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques.
So the farmers in Jamaica, when you say our farmers, what do you mean? Because them money are skilling up. Them money are 3 card man in a GG. We need him to clarify this. Let's not give. I just wish he never took a $4 billion loan from the US the other day. Mighty God, I don't want next loan again. Anyway. So the farmers them, my God.
Water harvesting systems. Our farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques.
The farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques. All of the farmer them in a Jamaica, in the sound of my voice that is listening to this video, me need you to reach out to me and let me know if you are being trained in this thing where the Prime Minister is talking about. Or have you heard about any future training system for this?
With water harvesting systems. Our farmers are being trained in climate smart techniques.
Climate smart techniques. I just hear out time out. No substance. My God.
And through our Hills to Ocean projects, we are restoring degraded landscapes, protecting biodiversity, and strengthening.
Restoring degraded landscapes? And what if I work on Jonas I do, man? Where is the evidence of this? Hold on there. Wait.
In climate smart techniques. And through our Hills to Ocean projects, we are restoring degraded landscapes, protecting biodiversity, and strengthening our food system. These are tangible actions to secure your future. But we need.
So hold on there. The situation we did go on the other day, with the party where Babsy Grange kept. And the real environmentalists them was protesting about it. The space where them clear out for the party. And some of the vegetation that is there were important to prevent flooding, high rise of water. Like, it just sounds good, you know, until I remember some of these things, you know. Yo! And this is just off the top of my head. I need a secretary. I need somebody that has everything in a file. This is the NEPA file. These are the violations of NEPA. These are the violations of Estate Bridge. These are the violations. I need a file. I need a file.
All hands on deck. The government alone cannot do it. This is a national duty. As the theme reminds us, our land, our duty, our future. Let us use this Labor Day to reaffirm our identity as a people who care for each.
CW no go nowhere, man. Me soon done with this. Nobody go nowhere, CW. Stick around. Me soon done with this, man. I just like 30 seconds left. Stick around.
Each other and care for the land that sustains us. Let us move away from the habits that harm our environment, improper disposal of waste, the burning of plastics, the destruction of trees, and embrace practices that heal and preserve our surroundings. Let our message to the world be clear. Jamaica nice, and we are determined to protect our paradise. As we prepare for community projects this Labor Day, I urge you to do so in the spirit of solidarity, unity, and love for country. Work safely, work together, and let your hands build the Jamaica we all want to see. Thank you, and may God continue to bless Jamaica, land we love.
All right. So what I'm about to say here, I'm not going to even talk about Andrew. We already know what he's about. Anybody that is listening to me that has any connection, direct connection to Mark Golding, when it comes down to the environment and protecting Jamaica, this is my my suggestion. Outside of the policies that I know legislative wise, Mark Golding is going to strict policies where NEPA cannot even think about. They wouldn't have the right to have a secret deal with a company that you know violated our environment. Outside of that, plastic is a problem in the world, and it's a problem for everybody. Class Prefect, you probably know this guy on Instagram. I did a video on him. If anybody that watch all of my videos is gonna instantly know who I'm talking about before I even say it. When I said that problem and the guy on Instagram, you guys should know who I'm talking about if you watch all of my videos, right? All right. That young man has figured out a way. He's a scientist. He's a Rasta. He lives in the States. He has figured out a way to take any type of plastic, no matter if it's in a dirt, no matter what condition the plastic is in. Once it's plastic, he has this machine that breaks down the plastic into solid, clean fuel. And I dare say, based off the results that he's gotten out of the labs recently in America, several different labs that he sent his samples to, his fuel is alleged to be cleaner than the ones we use in our cars. Not only is it alleged to be cleaner, it is also alleged to be able to run any vehicle just the same as the fuel we use in our cars. No. You hear what I said the man used? Plastic. What is the biggest problem in the world for the environment now? Plastic. If somehow Mark Golden can get in touch with that young man, a 5-year project here in Jamaica, right, where he builds a whole complex just to make our own fuel from plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you. You know who would benefit big from that? China. But listen, man, if China ever get this man machine details on how to break down this plastic into fuel, oh, it's over. You know how much people live in China? You know how much plastic is in China? Japan, these places, these big continents, Africa. I'm saying, get ahead of the curve, Mark Golden. Rick, man, y'all need to get young people and reach out to this young man secretly. Get a deal done, get his signature, let him expand his research here in Jamaica and build here in Jamaica. Yo.
Yeah, Bolo.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, you hear me? You want to
Hello?
Yeah, man, you hear me?
Yeah, man, here now.
Okay.
That same thing about turning plastic into gasoline, fuel. Almost 10 years, if not high school. That's a high school in the Prime Minister's constituency. Did the same thing, teaching it in a science class.
What?
Yeah.
You're serious?
It's old technology. Still, it works. It's old technology, but it's an old idea.
Oh.
And I think
so it's like
in China itself, they actually well, I know about in Japan. There's this garbage collection company that they collect the garbage, plastic and all that, convert that into fuel to power the same garbage. Clearly.
I say, why we can't hire a youth like that, engineers like that, a team of them to come out here and teach our people how to do that, so we can have plants over Jamaica.
What I'm gonna do a project like this, and then I'm gonna go to the banks to actually fund it.
Yeah.
Right now, just fund it.
Oh.
So that's where the issue is.
Right. That's where the sabotage is.
Give money for buy a car, because I don't know, say, if it default and pay the car loan, then can easily come back and take the car and sell it for me and get back the money.
Right.
So if that help fund that, I mean, a venture that will make Jamaica better. If it not work out, then not see how they can make it. If we can't manage it, them don't have the vision or lack the will. If if we can't manage it, get somebody else to manage it, because there's potential in this thing. But we live in a country where those who have the funding to certain things, they don't want to fund certain things. That's how I see. But the idea behind the whole plastic into fuel is not new stuff. All right, then.
Respect. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that is that's good information right there. Somebody asked me if I'm coming on late. I'm live. No. I'm live right now. I'm live right now. I'm live right now. I wonder if that worked. I'm live right now. I'm live. Oh yeah, they definitely heard me. They definitely heard me. But either way, thank you for that, class prefect. Either way, we have the talent here in Jamaica. It was being done. Come on, man. These are the types of things that are tangible. That if you don't take risk, then you're never going to reach anywhere. Look at Ibrahim Traoré, right? He literally took one of the biggest risks to stand against the status quo. And look how far his country is right now. Look how far his country is right now in just 2 years, 3 years. Look how far, man. Come on, man. We got to do better, bro. We have to do better. If we want real change, we got to make some real, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to really put your foot on the pedal. You can't just be like, oh, we're going to stroll our way. No. You got to be about it. You got to be about it. So, I don't know. I don't know if this government is that radical, or some people would say radical. I don't know if they're that radical, but yeah, we need to get to that place. I'm gonna send the link on. And I didn't put the link in the group, you know. God have mercy. I just went live and I didn't share the live in the group or anything. Class prefect, get in the group. No, if you're in that group, share the live for me. All right, make way your way, Mark Jaffe say. Let's hear the difference in the message, and I'll shout a message too.
Happy Labor Day, everybody. They're gonna hear Mr. Golden giving his Labor.
No. This is not the. Oh, that's not the original. What the hell? JIS. Oh, that mercy. No disrespect to that person or whatever, but yeah, JIS. Straight from JIS. Jamaica Information Service. Here we go.
Good day, my fellow Jamaicans. Today we come together in observance of Labor Day 2025 under the theme, Protect the Environment, our land, our duty, our future. We must do so as one people, with one purpose. As this is a theme that should resonate deeply with us all, we know that this island on which we live, the rivers that flow through our valleys, the mountains that rise above our cities and towns, and the seas that surround us are not just beautiful scenery. They are our birthright, the foundation of our future, and our responsibility to protect and preserve for generations to come. This year's slogan, Jamaica Nice, Protect with Paradise, is a rallying cry that reminds us that our beautiful country is a gift from God that we cannot take for granted. Labor Day is a time when we roll up our sleeves and come together as one nation in the spirit of service. This year, that spirit requires us to dedicate our efforts to protecting our natural environment, the very air we breathe, the forests, rivers, beaches, coral reefs, and other marine ecosystems, the aquifers underground that collect and store our water resources, and the unique, precious biodiversity that is truly irreplaceable. Jamaica Nice, Protect with Paradise reminds us that our island is a national treasure and a global gem. But it is also vulnerable. It demands our diligent and watchful care. We each have a responsibility to preserve it so that it's not irretrievably lost, so that generations to come don't look back and say, we let them down. Labor Day has been a time of national unity where we work together for the betterment of our communities. Today, that call to action demands that we face the daunting realities of environmental degradation amidst an unfolding climate crisis.
KD, what up? Salute,
the climate
bro.
crisis is not distant. It's not a speculative threat.
Hey, KD, salute to you, brother.
It's because of environmental degradation amidst an unfolding climate crisis. The climate crisis is not distant. It's not a speculative threat. It's becoming our lived reality. Changing weather patterns that produce more extreme rainfall, droughts, Warming temperatures, flooding, and rising sea levels, they're already affecting our way of life,
Raphael, big
our
up.
economy, our health, and our food security. And while Jamaica's greenhouse gas emissions are relatively insignificant in global terms, we are among the most vulnerable to the effects of climate change that are being generated in this interconnected world. That is why we must demand that the world takes bold action for climate justice and for the survival and sustainability of particularly vulnerable islands like ours. We must recognize that climate justice has become a fundamental element of social justice. The poorest and most vulnerable in our society are often the hardest hit by the effects of environmental degradation. When communities lack proper drainage, when deforestation leads to landslides, when pollution fouls our water, it is those among us who are on the margins of survival who suffer first and suffer most. Let us demonstrate to our children the value of environmental stewardship. Our children must be taught in schools not just to love this land, but to understand how to nurture and care for it. These practices must become part of our culture if we are to successfully combat the threats that we are currently facing. Let us lead by example, reducing waste, conserving water, recycling, and treating our surroundings with respect. This is how we will build a culture of sustainability that is rooted in our love for our country. As leader of the opposition, I have consistently called for Jamaica's Environmental Protection Agency, NEPA, to be autonomous, robust, and independent.
You hear that, Andrew? Autonomous, robust, and independent. Not in your office. Need to have its own office. Need to be independent of the government so they can do work that is not compromised. All right? I thought it was just gimmicks to get money out of the government. What do you mean?
Stronger environmental policies and penalties for environmental offenses, for greater investment in renewable energy, including policies that use renewable energy in the strategy for regularizing those of us who are not lawful customers of the electricity provider, and for climate resilient infrastructure. But policy alone is not sufficient. We must act, not only in the interests of the environment, but to meet the demands of equity and fairness in our society. So today, as thousands of Jamaicans paint our schools, clean gullies, plant trees, restore playgrounds, and beautify public spaces across our country, I salute you. You are doing the work of nation building, work that improves the physical environment and uplifts the spirit of unity and purpose that is the foundation of Jamaica's greatness. Each such act of service is a step towards a cleaner, safer, and more beautiful Jamaica. And in the end, we must remember, this land is our home and our heritage. Only we can preserve its beauty, its bounty, and its balance. This is why, on Labor Day 2025, we recommit ourselves to the mission of environmental protection, not just as a project for today, but as a lifelong responsibility. Jamaica nice, yes? Let us protect with paradise, protect our land, secure our future, walk good. May God bless and keep you, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love. Thank you.
You know, after a speech like that, I really don't have any rebuttals. I don't have anything to say. And I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased. That is worth playing again. I'm going to speed it up this time, but that's worth playing again. That's worth playing again, man. If somebody can tell me one thing where they disagree with you, so like this is the message that we needed to hear from our leader. Check your WhatsApp. I sent you a video about the high school teacher, how to turn plastic into fuel. Okay, well. Pause that. Get this out of here. WhatsApp. Wait a minute. Oh, yo. You sure you did? I don't see anything. It don't pop up. Oh, it just come out like okay. It took a minute.
Project. The pyrolyzed plastic, we are changing plastics to produce diesel oil. If you look at some of the oil we collect already, high quality diesel, just need some clean up and good for any vehicle. Right here we have the primary reactor. There, look up. There, look. No, not this something like complete direct over it, man.
Wow.
Over here we have the primary reactor set on a coal stove. Right here is the catalyst chamber where all the plastic fumes go up through this spark contraption, leaking but still working. The fumes come down through here. Fumes are passed through a catalyst which
sorry. My YouTube is monetized, Melissa. However, meticulous crafted. What she say a while ago? Meticulous crafted, eloquently delivered, well said. Mark Jefferson Golden. I'm telling you. We spent millions of dollars on climate change. What do they do? I don't know. Bro. I'm not even gonna get into that, to be honest with you. But back to Melissa. I am monetized. However, I live in Jamaica, and for whatever reason, I don't know if the YouTube policies changed when I got monetized, but I do not have the option for super chats. There's no options for super chat. If you want to donate to me, there's a message that is pinned right there at the top of the comment section. It has the Cash App, all right? It has the PayPal, the name and the link to both of them, and it also has the Zelle information in that message. With the Zelle, all you have to do is send me the screenshot. I just got a Zelle from Patricia, very generous donation. She always supports the platform. Big shout out to Patricia Hutchinson. She's on the live. I really appreciate you. All right. I appreciate everybody, but the donations, I don't give anybody anything to put down and for somebody to, go out of them way to donate to the platform, to help build the platform. Yeah, you guys are on another tier. So I really appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much, all of my donators. Big shout out to the donators then. So yeah, that's the issue, Melissa. I'm monetized on three of my platforms: Bolo VNR 2.0, and Bolo VNR Clips. Yeah. Other Jamaicans get super chat. I don't know what they do. What I think they do is have their channels registered to an address in the States. That's what I think they do. Because the location is the problem. Yeah, they disabled super chats from Jamaica. It used to work and then it stopped. I don't know, man. I don't know, class prefect. I'm one of the unlucky ones, I guess. Yeah, I got monetized, and by the time I got monetized, that's, hey, it is what it is. So yeah. See, even Nightbot drops the link. If you read what Nightbot is putting out, Nightbot shows you how to join my WhatsApp group. Nightbot shows you the PayPal information to sub up to Bolo VNR and my other platforms. I need to give Nightbot one more command for Bolo TBV, my new channel, because I need to get monetized over there. And I need y'all to go sub up too, because I have some throwback videos that is firing that you guys are missing out on every 3 p.m. every day. Bolo TBV and Bolo VNR, there is a throwback video going on. And you can see the episode 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5 we reach now. So you can always go back to 1 and then you can watch the series of them if you have missed them. All right, let's continue. Let me see this. This is interesting.
Chain plastic molecules into shorter chain hydrocarbons of the diesel range, like about between C5 to C20. The valve here prevent backflow, along with this one prevent any backflow of gas. So there's no chance, there's no danger to the persons using this refinery, because it's something we know we can set up
so that other people can have refineries like this. So the plastics in the backyard won't become a problem. We can use them for fuel. Because this that we are generating now was less than 20 pounds of plastic. Pass through primary chamber, catalyst reaction, secondary reaction chamber, and then by way of a safety valve through to this expansion chamber where the gases stay. Under ideal conditions, they would cool this somewhere because some of the gases would come out here. Or probably and some could be cooled and used to make even more diesel. So what we could do is just to demonstrate if we apply a match, a lighted match to right here.
Ryan Campbell, salute to you, bro.
From this.
I see you, my brother.
Gases that you can use for cooking. That will include
Perry, big up.
a mixture of butane, propane, not butane, propane, methane, and all the LPG out of place. It burns smoky because it still contains sulfur and other contaminants, which we can take out with simple modification. It's too hot now, you notice gas is coming out the bottom, so apply some water to cool it quickly. Once you start getting smoke down the bottom, it means that you know so fast it's running and it's not being cooled. Once you can cool into it, you can get a constant flow of gas, and you get about 1 liter of plastic for every 2 pounds of 1 liter of fuel rather for every 2 pounds of plastic you put in.
So you're saying that this device that you have created can power a cooking stove and also a car?
Also a car, anything that can use diesel.
Or even a generator.
Generator.
Yes. Well, this is an excellent project that you have here.
This is Penwood thing in action.
Any of this so?
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Philburn.
Yes.
Mr. Campbell. The president for our club, Mr. Williams. And then Mr. Johnson. And not to mention Mr. Goff. Always hard working, chess playing Goff. And then our associate member, last but not least, Mr. Burke. Other persons were involved in the project, but exam pressure have moved them out of range now. But this is what we have. This is what we are hoping can put us on the prosperity train.
All right. So,
bro,
where do you plan to move from here? Do you want to sell this? You plan to do?
We want to perfect the machine to make sure that while it's in operation, there is no gases coming from the side, no chance of leaking, to maximize the yield, and then to add to it to further pyrolyze the purified oil. So because now you're getting an odor which we should not be getting. All of this should be going back into the reaction chamber, so that because it is cooling down now because it's fired up with coal. Once we get it properly working and channel the pyrolysis gas back to the primary reaction chamber, all of this burn off that you're smelling is gas that could be used. You could be using to cook your food.
And to also power the same machine.
Power the same machine. So it becomes very cost effective. Absolutely no inputs after the cost. Major expenses outside of the just to set up.
So the country could look into this idea and possibly
expecting the country to adapt this, and some of our more ideas to come with. Don't get no water in the diesel. Can, but we don't want the water in the diesel yet.
Lorraine, what's up? Salute to you.
I say the drone until the cold, but we'll disassemble the equipment and go back to the drawing board, do some modifications to the design.
Oh, so it's very plastic come out from
the plastic and seal up some bottom, seal the bottom. But remember, this now we can use again because one way will leak off. So the other half of the drum now, the other 2/3 of the drum, we want to do a removable, so we can open and put on and screw it like how this can screw off and use again.
So that big one.
Oh man, this right here. Hey, thank you so much, Class Pre, for sending me that video. I was not aware that Jamaica was this advanced. How much years ago was this? Man, we got some bright ass people in Jamaica, man. Damn. Yo, nobody put their money behind this in Jamaica. See, this is where community comes in. All right? This is where community comes in. Craig, what up? This is self-sufficient. Exactly, bro. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find. Let me play Mark Golden speech while I look for that video. My bad. That's too fast.
Good day, my fellow Jamaicans. Today we come together in observance of Labor Day 2025 under the theme, Protect the Environment, Our Land, Our Duty, Our Future. We must do so as one people, with one purpose. As this is a theme that should resonate deeply with us all. We know that this island on which we live, the rivers that flow through our valleys, the mountains that rise above our towns, and the seas that surround us are not just beautiful scenery, they are our birthright, the foundation of our future, and our responsibility to protect and preserve for generations to come. This year's slogan, Jamaica Nice, Protect with Paradise, is a rallying cry that reminds us that our beautiful country is a gift from God. We cannot take for granted. Labor Day is a time when we roll up our sleeves and come together as one nation in the spirit of service. This year, that spirit requires us to dedicate our efforts to protecting our natural environment, the very air we breathe, the forests, rivers, beaches, coral reefs, and other marine ecosystems, the aquifers underground that collect and store our water resources, and the unique, precious biodiversity that is truly irreplaceable. Jamaica Nice, Protect with Paradise, just that our island is a national treasure and a global gem, but it is also vulnerable. It demands our diligent and watchful care. We each have a responsibility to preserve it so that it's not irretrievably lost, so that generations to come don't look back and say, we let them down. Labor Day has been a time of national unity where we work together for the betterment of our communities. Today, that call to action demands that we face the daunting realities of environmental degradation amidst an unfolding climate crisis. The climate crisis is not distant. It's not a speculative threat. It's becoming our lived reality. Changing weather patterns that produce more extreme rainfall, droughts, warming temperatures, flooding, and rising sea levels. They're already affecting our way of life, our economy, our health, and our food security. And while Jamaica's greenhouse gas emissions are relatively insignificant in global terms, we are among the most vulnerable to the effects of climate change that are being generated in this interconnected world. That is why we must demand that the world takes bold action for climate justice and for the survival and sustainability of particularly vulnerable islands like ours. We must recognize that climate justice has become a fundamental element of social justice. The poorest and most vulnerable in our society are often the hardest hit by the effects of environmental degradation. When communities lack proper drainage, when deforestation leads to landslides, when pollution fouls our water, it is those among us who are on the margins of survival who suffer first and suffer most. Let us demonstrate to our children the value of environmental stewardship. Our children must be taught in schools not just to love this land, but to understand how to nurture and care for it. These practices must become part of our culture if we are to successfully...
Yo, Mr. If God good one more time. So I opened up Instagram and one scroll down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the young man. Nature Lab. This is the young man that has perfected that same technology in the States. Plastic is fuel. Here he is. Look at this. That's fuel from plastic. Trash is treasure. Can waste plastic be converted to fuel? All right. He's in the news.
Diesel made from plastic.
Yeah, it looks like it definitely going to burn it cleaner, just based on the results. And of course, we don't have the graph in front of us, but based on the graph, it appears that this diesel probably is cleaner than typical diesel.
What do you have to say to anybody that was previously saying that this was horrible fuel that would destroy engines and would pollute everything worse than regular diesel?
Well, you run the test, and the tests don't lie. Numbers don't lie, and the results don't lie. So, I mean, I guess I would challenge them to produce results that show that.
All right, so I'm here with Ray from ASAP Labs, and we're looking over my Plasta diesel analysis. As you guys can see, it has passed the test. So what do we have here, Ray?
Well, we have a pre-indication that it burns within the specification for diesel. So API gravity, that's pretty standard for diesel result. C10 index is also pretty standard for diesel result. The specification for C10 index is a minimum of 40 and you're at 53.
Wow.
So that's an indication of good power.
Wow.
For diesel, so this is pretty typical for what you would see in a diesel sample. The flash point is not, there was no flash point that was indicated on there because it's burning high, which is pretty typical for renewable diesel. And this oxidation stability, it ran for 92 minutes, and a typical diesel sample should run for at least 60 minutes.
What?
And this sample.
Whoa, hold up, player, hold up. A typical diesel sample is to run for 60 minutes. And his sample run for 90 minutes. Man, hey, Mark Golden, get in touch, man, bro. Nature jab, bro. Here, and we already got the brilliant, right? We just need to collaborate. Do you know how much plastic is in Jamaica that could be used? How much pounds of plastic? I don't drink nothing but bottled water. All right? This is plastic. I will contribute plastic, and then that could be a revenue stream for people. Come on, man. Let's stop playing. And if you just want to give it away, give it away. But there's a lot of plastic, bruh. A lot of plastic. This fuel, based off the tests, is burning better, it appears, than the fuel that they're using now. You heard the man. This is the person from the lab. I'm telling you, this dude is making headways.
And then the viscosity within specification for diesel too. Now, there are additional testing that we can run and will run on the diesel. But overall, based on these results, it looks like it's running within the specification for diesel.
Wow. So what were your thoughts when you first got...
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody just called me and messed up my stream. My apologies, y'all. Dang, I don't even know the number. And it's a foreign number too, y'all. Dang, I don't even know the number. And it's a foreign number too. They call me straight. And I'm answering the phone. They're not even saying nothing. That's some cold stuff, boy.
All right, everybody. I'm on my way to Oregon, and I'm bringing plastic with me. Diesel alternative made from plastic waste. Verified 2 labs to be a viable alternative and even cleaner than pump diesel. Saturday, 3 p.m., I'm going to be in Portland. We're going to be running a Pajero. And then, guess what? Sunday, 12 p.m., I'm going to be in Eugene, Oregon. We're going to be running the first ever modern diesel engine, a 2016 Nissan. We're going to be doing that, and it's going to be historical in both cities. So if you have not already, go to naturejab.com/meet to RSVP. Prayers for me to have a safe flight, because I'm going to be flying out soon to Oregon. And prayers to all of you to have a safe journey, anybody driving, to make it out to the event. So I'll see you guys soon in Oregon. All right, everybody. All right, everybody.
Ever read that book, What Happened When You Give a Mouse a Cookie? This is what happened when you give a redneck an energy tank. Julian, put your hook up.
We're about to take solar power, about to weld with it to prove that we got energy coming in hot right now from the sunlight.
We had to resort to some redneckery.
Took some Harbor Freight Terminal connectors, put them on and slid them in 4 different strings. Wide up.
Solar cross, baby.
This shit gangster, dude. It keeps stupid fucking with it. If you a dumb motherfucker, you don't even want to go near this because you know you're gonna die.
Dang.
Oh, wait, damn. Something might be unplugged.
Oh.
We're about to turn it on. Look, listen. See it? Now be careful. Those are 5 kV. That is on 5. On. We might see some arcing. We might not.
I hear it.
You hear it?
Fuck yeah. I see it. Fuck yeah, I see it. Yeah.
You're gonna get hit by a dose of microwave. It's not hurt, but it's not recommended.
Look at the smoke coming out. Julian!
Let's put it all on.
Cooking.
Turn them all on right now.
Well, you keep recording. I'm gonna go check the solar box.
Okay.
Hey, Julian. It's not even pulling 56. Bro, that is nothing. It is putting in 49 right now.
Only some of the use panels.
Julian, this is only one of 2 PV inputs.
Yep.
We did it! We did it! I need a beer! Ever read that book? What?
Oh my God. See, this dude is at a level with his thing. Like, that man got solar panels to run his shit, bro. He made a machine and everything. Like, he's far, like, he doing it. And guess what? Guess who's funding him, y'all? The people that believe in him. Not the government. People, regular folks. We could, man, yo, Yankee Bless said it, man. We need to unite, pull our funds together. This is the type of stuff you put your money behind. I'm telling you. Look at this.
I know you will.
Look at this.
Now also look, if you
Yo, he putting in the work. He putting in,
I met Julian, the first thing I said was, bro, your shoe selection is the most impressive thing about you. Another dirty footed motherfucker out here. I'm telling you.
Walter Black here with the redneck.
Joe Dirt.
Joe, what are we doing out here?
We're going to configure your solar system to Tyler's guy. You donated used solar panels and a homemade machine in your backyard, bro. This is fucking lit.
And a damn battery tank.
It's coming. 100.
Nah, man. Listen, I could rock with this dude right here all day, every day. All day, every day. That dude is funny. He keep it real. He gangster, bro. That's some gangster stuff. And I'm not talking about gangster like go and sell dope on the street. Nah, I'm talking about real man stuff. You feel me? Yeah, I could roll with this dude every day of the week. Both of them. Any day of the week. All day, every day. Real talk. We could get some stuff done with people like this. Hell yeah.
Kilowatt hour energy tank on wheels with a remote control that we can ride around his yard.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just stoked, man.
Yo, man, listen, bro. This dude is the truth. I'm sorry. Listen, look at this. I think he's gonna cut this cylinder to make his machine. Like, yo, he doing a lot of work, man. This man welding. I'm talking about this.
Necessary to get these flanges brought up, and then they could be mounted to the reactor. They're just way too heavy. This is probably half the weight of them with those the schedule 40 10-inch pipe, 3 foot, and 2 slip-on flanges. Obviously, this isn't balanced well, but it's a good test. I wanted to see if the carport could handle the weight, but it actually is doing a great job at distributing it across the whole carport. Can't see, though, that even with this recovery tank, which isn't that heavy, we are getting some bending up there. And so the motor, of course, is completely fine, but I just wonder how will it do with this, right?
You see how much work this man doing? Dedicated to this, man. And he's passionate about his contribution to making the earth cleaner. You know what I'm saying? He's doing this for a real cause, not just, oh. And they challenged him. They challenged him. They challenged him. They do debates too. This is a debate. This is a debate about his fuel, that it won't last and whatever. He won that too. The test came out, man. Listen, I'm a end it off there. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of getting sidetracked. But today's environmental day. Today is Labor Day. They was talking about the environment, and they was talking about NEPA, and this is where we're at. I mean, this is where I think we should be. This is the conversation. This can solve a lot of our problems in Jamaica. Right? Fuel is high, so light is high, and food is high. Everything is high. Transportation is high, right? Because our fuel is we gotta buy fuel. Well, how about we use our plastic to make our fuel? How about we invest in a person like this to make it happen in Jamaica? How about that? How about that? Where's a tree cat man working? Man, listen. This dude right here, the truth, man. Go check his page out. Y'all go do your own research. Nature Jab _ period. That's it. Nature Jab _ Go and do your research, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. Man's is the truth. Man's is the truth. Nature Jab _ Alright? And for those gentlemen from Jamaica, the teacher that had them young boys really putting in that work, man, salute to you. This is a similar, well, this is the same thing, but it's in the young stages. They need the funding, they need equipment. You feel me? So they could get the torques, you know what I mean? So, man, we have, man, God gave us all the answers, man. God gave us all the answers. And one of the main thing is us uniting as a people. And that's my message. All right? Seriously. There's stuff that we all can agree on. Can we all agree that we need fuel to be down? Can we all agree that we need to be less dependent on the world and have some self-sufficiency about us as a nation? Some resilience? And that's hard work, but it's worth it. Can we all agree on that? They talk about labor. Oh, man, labor, right? But y'all ain't trying to labor nothing in the right way. Y'all putting y'all labor in what? In going on the internet, cussing out people that's telling the truth, right? Screaming third term of a third term of incompetence and wickedness, right? Of these people lining their pockets. Man, listen, I could go on and on. Trust me, I really can. But I hope this hits who it's supposed to hit. Continue to like and share the video. That's my time. Shout out to Formosa. I saw you come through. I don't even know if you're still here. Shout out to with the donation. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, love. See you guys.